In 2006, a movie crashed and burned. I'm Jason Horton, and this is Strange Year. 2006 gave us Twitter and The Secret, but a record-breaking failure of a film made 2006 a strange year. Zyzzyx Road, February 2006.
Marissa!
Jesus, Grant!
The body, it's gone.
It's what?
You know, with a good plan, sometimes things go wrong.
Something bad doesn't mean it can't be pretty, too.
We're gonna have to go out there and find him.
Out there?
We're all getting older.
Did you see anything?
No!
Did you hear anything?
No!
Sooner or later, we'll be closer to the end than we are to the beginning.
If he's alive, nothing's gonna stop him.
Dad. Last year, I lost $90,000.
We should just get out of here!
That's why I went back on the road again and tried to make ends meet.
I didn't know anything about you. Marissa never told me anything.
Sometimes I wish I were somebody else.
That thing up there, the one that's calling itself Marissa.
Someone completely different.
You're talking about killing an innocent woman.
How did you two meet?
The casino.
I can really see it in you. You care about your family.
It's everything you wanted it to be.
If I could just switch places with your wife.
Put this all behind you right now and go.
We could be together.
I gotta tell you this. I was everything for you. He's trying to trick you.
Zyzzyx, it's a road.
Where'd you go?
Nowhere, that's the point.
I told you.
Leo Grillo was 52 years old when he sat across the table from John Penny, and the topic of the day was movies. Leo Grillo was already an actor, though he didn't score any major roles in Hollywood before moving on to his next big passion, animals. He started his own animal rescue named Delta, where he looked over 1,000 dogs and 500 cats. But everyone who knew him kept pushing him to go back to his first passion of acting and movie making. In fact, they wanted him to combine his two great loves and make a movie about animals. But Grillo was adamant about staying away. He didn't want to make a movie like Lassie and didn't think there was another way to make a movie about animals. But then one day, he found himself thinking about what a movie would look like if he took something like Rambo, but made a dog the protagonist. That got Grillo thinking, and that was his ultimate end goal when he sat down with John Penny for that first meeting. By 2004, John Penny was already a successful screenwriter, with movies like Return of the Living Dead 3 and Contaminated Men under his belt, and he had another story ready to go into production. But it would be his first time ever directing. Grillo and Penny came up with the plan to shoot a thriller about an accountant who gets into trouble when he meets a teenager in Vegas, ends up in a fight with her ex-boyfriend, and then is forced to drive him out to the desert, where the plan is to kill him and cover their tracks. With this movie to represent them, they would go to Hollywood and collect the resources and crew to make the movie of Grillo's dreams. They got $750,000 from private investors. Grillo was the lead. Katherine Heigl, who made a name for herself on Grey's Anatomy, was cast, and they had Tom Sizemore play the villainous ex-boyfriend. Despite never seeing Grillo act before or having any experience in directing, Penny was optimistic, and his tight schedule for shooting went without a hitch for the first few days. But then Sizemore was arrested for drug abuse that became a far bigger deal than normally would, as he was already on probation for physically abusing his ex-girlfriend. With cast and crew unsure if Sizemore would even be able to show up to set, they decided to go ahead with the shoots anyway, and eventually, Sizemore was able to join them. More on that after this break.
Mobile phone companies say they offer home internet. But if their internet comes from a cell phone network, you should know. It's just phone internet, not home internet. Keep your home up to speed with Cox. Cox Internet is faster and has more reliable download speeds than 5G home internet. Cox is the real home internet you're looking for. Based on Cox analysis of Ookla speed test intelligence data Q3 2022 and Cox serviceable areas, visit cox.com/internet for details.
Lowe's always has more ways for you to save. On top of our everyday low prices, pros can save big when buying in bulk. Or if your purchase is over $1,500, ask about our Volume Savings Program. A pro associate can provide a customized quote. Ask about our Volume Savings Programs today. It always pays to be a pro at Lowe's. While supplies last, minimum purchase required. Selection varies by location. Lowe's reserves the right to limit quantities. Volume discount pricing quotes are valid up to 7 days. Visit your local pro desk to learn more and start saving. Offers subject to change and may not be available in all Lowe's stores.
The film wrapped, Grillo and Penny made the decision to open the film internationally first, choosing to wait until Heigl and Sizemore were more famous nationally due to their successful recent castings. But Grillo and Penny were locked into a union agreement and had to have a national screening of the film to fulfill their end of the contract. They chose one cinema in Texas, did no promotion for the screening, and no one from the cast showed up to view it. Only one makeup artist and her friend turned up from the crew to watch it in the cinema. Grillo and Penny actually booked the cinema for $1,000 to show the now infamous Zyzzyx Road once a day at noon, and within the first week, they sold 6 tickets and grossed $30. When Penny later found out that the makeup artist had actually paid to watch the movie, returned her money, meaning that it actually only grossed $20 nationally. However, internationally, it made $368,000, something that the production crew were happy with when the final budget had been close to $1.2 million, and they still had a national release with a known cast to come. But New Year's 2006, the first online article appeared, talking about a film that had only generated $30 at the box office. People within the industry understood the plan to go internationally first, but the general public assumed that Zyzzyx Road was such a terrible movie that only 6 people had actually gone to see it. One article turned into many, and eventually, Zyzzyx Road entered the record books as the lowest grossing movie in American history. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back next time with another episode of Strange Year.
Mobile phone companies say they offer home internet. But if their internet comes from a cell phone network, you should know. It's just phone internet, not home internet. Keep your home up to speed with Cox. Cox internet is faster and has more reliable download speeds than 5G home internet. Cox is the real home internet you're looking for. Based on Cox analysis of Ookla speed test intelligence data Q3 2022 and Cox serviceable areas, visit cox.com/internet for details. Mobile phone companies say they offer home internet. But if their internet comes from a cell phone network, you should know. It's just phone internet, not home internet. Keep your home up to speed with Cox. Cox internet is faster and has more reliable download speeds than 5G home internet. Cox is the real home internet you're looking for. Based on Cox analysis of Ookla speed test intelligence data Q3 2022 and Cox serviceable areas, visit cox.com/internet for details. Mobile phone companies say they offer home internet. But if their internet comes from a cell phone network, you should know. It's just phone internet, not home internet. Keep your home up to speed with Cox. Cox internet is faster and has more reliable download speeds than 5G home internet. Cox is the real home internet you're looking for. Based on Cox analysis of Ookla speed test intelligence data Q3 2022 and Cox serviceable areas, visit cox.com/internet for details.